Now let's get some more insight into these two bombing suspects from Ruslan Sarni. He is their uncle. Mr. Sarni, good morning to you.
Good morning.
We saw you yesterday. We saw your anger and outrage at what these two suspects are accused of. I imagine you were watching last night when Dzhokhar was taken into custody. What was your reaction then?
I was relieved that he is alive. At least he has a chance to ask for forgiveness for those who he victimized or had involvement in, as well as there is a chance now for enforcement agencies to get to the bottom of it. Because I strongly believe they were just puppets and executors of something of bigger scale.
Well, you know, that's interesting that you say that, because your brother, who are these suspects' father, thinks they were framed. Do you believe they were framed?
Framed, I see as they certainly were mentors. These children grew up in my house, were not with their parents. I know them. I saw what happened to the last time I spoke with Tamerlan in 2009, and I was shocked when I heard his words, his phrases. When he started talking every other word, he started sticking in words of God. To my question, what he's doing for work, he claimed that he would just put everything in the will of God, as per, his words. To what I just, it was a big concern to me. He called me confused when I started explaining him that make yourself useful to yourself, then to your family, and maybe you'll have extra to share it with everybody else. And he called me confused for that.
Mr. Sarni,
Then I called one of my, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to clarify. I mean, it's one thing to become more devout and more impassioned about your religion. You seem to be describing something more than that.
Devotion, it wasn't devotion. It was something, as it's called, being radicalized, not understanding even what he's talking. He's just using words for the sake of the words and not understanding of meaning of it. So that's what I saw. And I immediately called the next day, I called one of the acquaintances of mine who is private to their family. And I said, are you aware who might be possibly influencing him? Is it his mother or what is it? And he said, there is someone who brainwashed him, some newly convert to Islam. I wouldn't like to stress, of Armenian descent. These are the specific words. So why I'm saying this is that his radicalization is a product of the very local, of the place where he lived last years. It has, in my belief, it has nothing to do with Russia, of course, with Chechnya, which he had nothing to do with. He's not, he will even more leaned towards ethnicity of his mother, to Dagestani. So therefore, it started here. How it developed, so I assume there could be something else.
What do you think should happen to Dzhokhar now? He's in the justice system. And do you worry for his health? As we understand it, he was wounded during all of this.
Listen, I was angry yesterday. I watched news yesterday. I saw his body. With all the feeling, expression of sorry and condolences to the victims, Martin, Lindsay Lou, Crystal, the young policeman who was doing his job for the sake of his family. I can't really just call ourselves, these boys as the victims, but we do have bodies here. And I saw them as a kids. I remember them as a kids. So therefore, of course, I want him alive. I want him alive. He's been used by his older brother. He's been used. He's just another victim of his older brother. Although, as I just repeat myself, he victimized others. But he's been used by his older brother. So for 19 years old kid, I I do not even believe whether he's been in full comprehension of what he's been doing.
Well,
So, for the sake of seeking forgiveness for himself, I don't know how long his life is going to be, but I know it'll be way easier for him if he receives that forgiveness for those who he made to suffer.
well, Ruslan,
I'd love him to be alive, yes.
I'm so sorry to cut you off a little bit. We are out of time, but sir, we appreciate you being here with us, particularly under difficult circumstances for your family, and thank you for giving us a little bit more information this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.